Hey y'all, out at Cabin Fever 2012 in Knoxville. And the funny story is, I've seen this truck before and actually even picked up a card and, somewhere, Hot Rod Show this summer or something. And of course, Mr. Holcomb introduced me to the owner. It's Larry Griffey, and it's a very cool truck. He's going to tell us about it. Larry, how are you, brother?
Doing good, Scotty. How you doing?
Doing just fine. Tell me a little bit about this truck.
Well, it's a truck that we built for a customer up in Edison, New Jersey, Don Rish. It's a 48 Chevrolet pickup, and he kind of gave us a open book to do it with and go ahead and do whatever, and we did a lot of body modifications to the truck. It has a pie cut hood on it. We chopped the top 3.5 inches and laid the windshield post back on it. Took the vent windows out, did one-piece glass, channeled the bed and stuff down over the frame, flipped the hood forward, did a forward flipping hood on it, suicided the doors, built all the console, dash, and everything from scratch out of bare metal with a custom steel dash and console. It's a big block Chevrolet, 454. 400 transmission, 9-inch forward rear end, independent front on coilovers, and four-wheel disc brakes, and then we had an artist draw up the paint scheme on it, and we did all the graphic work, paint and striping and everything on it there in the shop. And Steve Holcomb, Pro Auto Interiors, did the interior for us, and the gentleman that let us build it for him, we built a lot of cars, but he gave us an opportunity to build it the way we wanted to build it, and so.
So now you tore it for him, or is he still on
Yeah,
it?
we've been showing the car for him this past year. We're probably going to take it to him up in New Jersey in the spring. He said, look, you know, you go to all the shows, just take the truck and play with it like it's yours. Very nice fellow, so he was good to us.
Yeah. How long has it been done?
The truck's been done actually almost 2 years.
Wow.
A year and a half actually. It's coming up on the second season. I showed it all this season, and we got it finished the middle of the previous year, and then we showed it all this summer, and then.
Okay, I got you. Well, walk me around it. You said a pie cut hood. Tell me what that's about.
Well, these hoods originally were two-piece. We welded it together in the center first.
Okay.
But when you stand off and look at the profile of one of these trucks, we actually took 1.5 inches out of this hood right here. We drew a line right here. Started and took 1.5 inches out right here and went to nothing right here. Pie cut it, and then it's split all the way around through here and tilted back. And you can see that when the hood shuts. You see the profile, it lets the nose of the truck roll down.
All right, well, let's look at under this hood first, but then we'll get to shutting the hood so we can see how that works. You say it's got a 454. How much horsepower, you know?
It's a 460 horse 454.
Sweet.
Aluminum head. Mile cam headers. We build all the fender aprons and all the radiator core support stuff and everything for the
the underneath is as beautiful as the rest of it, isn't it?
And it's all painted and detailed and slick stainless exhaust. We built custom 2.5-inch stainless exhaust. It runs all the way back on it.
What's that? Do you know the name of that orange?
Yeah, that's actually a motorcycle orange. I put it over this base as opposed to a white. It's used on a Kawasaki motorcycle.
Okay.
But on a Kawasaki motorcycle, it's a little more tangerine because it's over a white base. It's a 3-stage candy is what it is.
I got you.
I put it over this base.
Right.
Use the silver taupe color on the top of the base.
Well, let's get that in. What's the name of your hot rod shop?
Larry Griffey's Hot Rods and Restorations.
How long have y'all been doing hot rods?
30 years.
30 years.
Yeah.
Beautiful work, brother.
The FJ next door we built, the 57 Chevrolet convertible fuel injected car, and we built a lot of cars over the years. But
would you mind opening that door for me?
Sure. Glad to.
See what Holcomb's got going on in here. We love his work. He's just a master craftsman, you know.
Does a beautiful job.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, you do all this work, you got to know somebody else can back it up on the inside, right?
That's right.
Now, folks, you know, we've looked at Holcomb's with his consoles, and I always talk about that, but I want you to understand on this truck right here, that console is steel. Steve didn't make that console. It showed up with that console made. And look how it twists around and the angles that they were able to get on that. And this dash is all steel, too. Larry, how'd you do that?
Well, we have a lot of fabricating tools. We got English wheels and bead rollers and sheet metal shears and brakes and everything to do that. We have planish and hammer and various different things that we can form all this with and roll it out, and then we weld it all together and grind it down. hammer and dolly it.
So you put it together in a bunch of pieces, obviously, and then
Yeah. You have to build it in multiple pieces, and then you have to form each one of the pieces and either TIG weld or MIG weld it together, and then hammer and dolly it, grind all your welds, fabricate it. It's like that garnish molding around that windshield. It's all built. If you notice, Steve took the leather and rolled it into the windshield on the top, and then we built a garnish molding at the bottom.
Oh, he sure did. That's
Because,
beautiful.
see, this windshield's chopped 3.5 inches, but it's also laid back 4 degrees.
Right.
These windshields normally stood up here. If you notice, that's a one-piece custom bent windshield.
Jeez Louise, it sure
and it's
is.
put in flush with no rubber showing outside. It's just got a bead around it.
Right. The devil's in the details, isn't it?
Yeah, and then the back window, if you notice on this vehicle, this is what's called a 3-window coupe,
Okay.
3-window pickup,
All right.
not a 5-window. Normally this glass is, in other words, when we chopped this top, we cut the glass, but we didn't cut the glass as much as we cut the top. We cut the window out like a Mercury. We took 1.5 inches out of the glass. We took 3 1/4 out of the top.
Okay.
Then we cut this window opening in 2 and widened it 7 inches. Normally this glass stops right here.
So you put a bigger back window, basically,
Yeah,
when
we
it was done.
widened-
Widened and made it bigger.
We were trying to get the truck to where when you stood back at a distance, it didn't look like a mail slot in the back of it.
Right, right.
We wanted to get more of a big window back to it.
Right. Man, what an awesome job.
And then build all the running boards. We fabricated all the running boards in-house. They all come on. Normally on these trucks, they come here and stop and float. We built all of these from scratch, made them come all the way to the fenders, built all these pans because we channeled this body down, got the bed and all in different dimensions, so we've had to fabricate all of these panels.
How long did it take you to do it?
We actually, he did it over several years. He contracted with us to do all the metal work on the truck. And we gave him the truck back with all the metal work done, everything fabricated up on the sheet metal, and they were going to finish it, and he took it back to New Jersey. He kept it 3.5 years, and he never did anything to it. And he called me one day and said, look, I'd like to bring it back to you and have you to do the body work and all this stuff. And when he brought it, we did the body work and slicked it and put it in primer. And then he said, look, I want you to run the exhaust. I want you to do all the rest of the work and the brake lines. We put stainless fuel lines, stainless brake lines, stainless fuel tank. We did all that, and then he said, look, I'm afraid to take it somewhere and have it painted. I want you to do the paint. Just finish the whole truck. When I get it, I want to put the key in it.
Turnkey.
So we do a lot of those that way, but this
Sure.
one did not start out that way. We started out with
Stages, right? Yeah.
This is all stainless steel. This is 2 exhausts that come back, and we fabricated all the exhaust in the shop. As you can see, it's hard to see in that mirror,
Yeah.
but it all comes back in 2, and then comes back to here, and then this is a 3rd brake light.
That's the 3rd brake light. Oh, well, yeah.
Well, this is a brake light, turn signals, and everything. Then it has actually a 3rd brake light underneath the window.
Right. He molded all that in there, too. That's beautiful, man. What nice work.
And then we did all the graphics. That's marbleized.
I was just looking at that. Yeah. Yeah, let me. Yes, it is. No.
With a lime green. We did all the striping in the shop.
Folks, you look real close at that purple stripe. It's not just a purple stripe, it's marbleized. Man, Larry. This truck's an eye catcher, there's no doubt, but when you stop and take a look at it and really slow down, it's a mind blower. Doors are suicide, they're electronic. Look at that dash, folks. Can you imagine the time and the effort it took to mold all that metal, weld it together, get it smooth? There's not speechless. I don't know what else to say.
If you notice on this bed, most of these trucks, when you look at these trucks, the bed stops straight right here.
Right.
There's a gap about this wide, and the bed is straight across. The back of these cabs curve. We started with a brand new 54 Chevrolet bedside, and then we added on to it, moved the sides forward. If you notice, this side curves to match the truck up
Sure
and down,
does.
and it curves from side to side to match the back of the cab.
Cap's perfect, isn't it? Yes, sir. Man, oh
And then we put
man.
electric openers. This lid opens, and that way you can put chairs.
Can you
and
push a
coolers
button
in.
and make the lid open?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's see that. Isn't that a beautiful truck, huh? That's just so cool, guys. Wow. Got other cleaning supplies and all in there, but man alive. Perfection, folks. That's what these friends of mine are into, perfection. They'll settle for nothing less. That is just cool as can be, Larry.
And we slick painted all the bottom.
Yeah, I saw that. It's, man, it's beautiful.
We left this as kind of a utility inside bed area as far as slicking it. We didn't put a wood floor and all that because we wanted to be able to haul. He wanted chairs, coolers, and in this case, we've got these vehicles here. So
functional is what he wanted it to be.
Exactly. This is supposed to be functional. So
Right.
we throw his lawn chairs in it, his cooler in it. We built the stainless steel fuel tank for it, and the neck and everything.
Man, yeah, this truck was meant to take the shows to drive and be functional, but very, very cool. I like how the intake's in the back there, that screen. That's cool.
Yeah,
too.
we actually fabricated that and painted all of that to match the graphic and everything on it. But
and the motor and everything's painted body color. Transmission looks like it is too back there.
yeah, all of that's ground. We ground all the cast markings out of the motor, transmission, rear end housing, and everything, and it's all slick painted. Just
That
like
means,
this
folks,
right
when he says that, it means it's smooth on all that motor and transmission, as smooth as the body is. Wow. Get a shot of this thing up here.
You want to see a shot of it with the hood shut on it?
Yeah, would you do that for me?
Be glad to.
I know the coolest people in the world, guys. I'm the luckiest man walking the face of the earth. There's billion out there that don't have as much fun as I do. I'm just here to tell you. They just don't have as much fun as I do. How cool is that?
That base camp beside it over there. I got one of them damn hydraulic cameras. I don't have one of them things like that. This is one of them hydraulic things right here.
Folks, let me let one of Larry's fans get a picture. And you're not
Get the
confused.
camera back when you turn it into Walmart, Bill. It's a damn camera.
Now he's gonna walk through the frame. There ain't no safe place to come. Well, folks, there you go. That is just one cool hot rod truck. Larry, I appreciate you taking the time to tell me a little bit about this truck.
Thank you very much, Scotty. I appreciate it.
And
enjoyed it tremendously. Thank you for doing it.
And good news, folks. Larry's got other projects, and he's invited me to come out there, and we're going to shoot some of those. Looking forward to that. Thanks so much.
Look forward to you coming. Thank
Yes,
you, Scotty.
thank you. Folks, there you go. Cabin Fever 2012, better than anybody could imagine. One cool hot rod truck by Larry Griffith and his hot rod shop. We're going to get out there and check some more of his stuff out. Hope you all have enjoyed it. Have a good night. See ya.